What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to shoot my 2017 top spring list. So let me get started. First off, I have an honorable mention, and my honorable mention is Boss Bottle Intense. Reason why it's my honorable mention due to the fact that it lacks in performance. To me, on my skin, lasts between 4 to 5 hours, and it's more of an indoor fragrance for the spring. I would not wear this outside due to the fact that it will get overpowered by the musky air or the heat or whatnot. But it's also an close encounter fragrance. You can't really smell it if you're a couple of feet away, but as soon as you come, this fragrance is really gorgeous. Boss Bottle Intense by Hugo Boss, honorable mention. Now on to my top 5 for my list. We are gonna start off with a fruity fragrance. This fragrance is really good for you teens out there who are looking for a fragrance to rock during the spring and on into the summer. And the fragrance I'm talking about is by Abercrombie. It's called First Instinct. A top note of this that I smell is melon. Works really good with all the other notes. You got this fresh. I just bought this. This is my first bottle, and as you can tell, I've only ordered it a couple of times, so I haven't actually seen what this can do. But maybe the first couple of times I wore this, I do get pretty good compliments, and it's more of a younger type of crowd, more of a I'm going to the beach on a hot summer day type of fragrance. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Sits at my top 5 because I actually don't know what it can really do, but it smells good. So if you haven't smelled this fragrance, I suggest you pick yourself a bottle and check it out yourself. First Instinct by Abercrombie. On to my number 4. My number 4, I have in a limited edition fragrance, and the fragrance I'm talking about is by Jean Paul Gaultier Popeye. Now this one right here, you have some mint in it, you have some fresh nose in it. It smells really, really good. I'm not a big fan of the Jean Paul Gaultier collection, but this one right here, this one's one of my favorites. It smells so damn good, and I can say it is sexy in a bottle. And if you've seen my review of this fragrance, you know what I'm talking about. Now, it sucks in performance, and the longevity on my skin is about 3 to 4 hours, honestly. But the first hour going on to the second hour, this fragrance freaking kills it. I get compliments left and right of this fragrance within the first to the second hour, but after that it really stays close to my skin and it becomes a problem. But if you're crazy about a fragrance like this one and it lacks in those areas, I suggest you get a travel atomizer and continue reapplying yourself throughout the day. You won't go wrong. My number 4, Jean Paul Gaultier's Popeye. On to my number 3. Now this one right here, y'all have heard of it. It's on a lot of lists here on YouTube. If you'll find a channel, this will be on a list. Trust me, on a summer list, on a spring list. And I continue to rock this throughout every spring just to the fact that the compliments I get off of it is crazy good. And we all wear fragrances for that. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Allure Homme Sport Eau Extreme by Chanel. If you guys smelled the Versace Pure Homme, this one smells similar to that, but this one is stronger in performance than Versace Pure Homme, and it gives you a little bit slightly more compliments. Now, on my skin, I say between 7 and 8 hours max. The longevity on this is good, the performance is good, and the versatility. You can wear it at school, at work, at the gym, at the beach, and you won't offend nobody due to the fact that it's that good. I'm not trying to tell you what you want to hear or anything like that. I'm being honest. These are the fragrances I wear. Why would I want to tell you what you want to hear? And I'm applying these on my skin. I do not want to smell bad. I want to smell good. And these right here, especially this one, will do that for you. Allure Homme Eau Extreme at my number 3. On to my number 2. This, just like Popeye, is also another limited edition. You won't know when you will find it, or it'll be off the market. I actually couldn't find this in Macy's, Dillard's, any of that, so I had to order it online. But thank God I did, because this was a blind buy a couple of months ago, and I fell in love with it. I did have my doubts on buying it due to the fact that I had my doubts on buying the first one as well, and it got some getting used to. with the first one than this one. And the fragrance I'm talking about is Invictus Aqua by Paco Rabanne. Now, just like the first one, when I first bought the first one, I kind of needed to get used to it due to the fact that it was really, really sweet and bubblegumish. But I got compliments and compliments, compliments. Little by little, I tend to love it. This one, right off the bat, I got the bubblegumish vibe from the first spray. As soon as it dries down on your skin, becomes aquatic, becomes fresh and sexy. I fell in love with it more than the original, honestly. But for it being a limited edition, I gone ahead and picked up a couple of more bottles just in case, due to the fact that I love this fragrance. Now it's kind of weak, just like Popeye on the performance, but a little bit stronger than Popeye. On my skin, gives me about 4 to 5 good hours, honestly. Now it's not gonna be a projection beast where you pass somewhere and you leave that scent roaming around. It's not that. But if you come close encounter with somebody and you're wearing this, you'll get compliments. It's it's sexy, guys, just like um Gaultier Popeye, sexy in the bottle, and that's what I find in this. My number two, Invictus Aqua by Paco Rabanne. On to my number one. Now this, right, my number one is what I'll be wearing mostly all the time during the 2017 spring and maybe on into the summer. But these right here, guys, you can't go wrong. Trust me, you'll see them on a lot of other people's lists on YouTube channels. This one easily made my top list. Now, I couldn't just pick one. I was stuck on picking which one I'm gonna use for my number one. I decided to put both of them at number one because they both deserve that number one spot. And the fragrances I'm talking about are Dior Sauvage and Giorgio Armani Profumo. These right here are lady killers. And I mean lady killers. They can even be panty droppers, honestly, especially this one. Now, first, this one right here, you get a synthetic vibe, which a lot of people are offended by, especially if you're well known in the community, the fragrance community. You know your fragrances. You know that this is synthetic. Do I give a shit? I don't. It smells good. It gives you compliments, and the performance rocks. You get all of that off of Dior Sauvage. On my skin, 8 to 9 hours max it lasts. The projection is ridiculous, guys. The performance is crazy good, and I get compliments every single time I spray this on. Now on to Profumo. This one exactly the same one as Dior Sauvage. This one tends to be a little bit stronger than this one, but this one still gives you the same amount of compliments as this one. Now on to the original of Acqua di Gio. The first spray, you could smell the similarities to it. It comes off citrusy, just like the original. But as soon as it dries down, it becomes aquatic. It becomes more of a beach type of fragrance, and I loved it. I fell in love with this fragrance. I'm on to my second big bottle. Golly, it's so sexy, guys. If you haven't smelled the Profumo version of the original, I suggest you go ahead right now, run out to your local store and pick this baby up. It's that sexy. Now, the reason why these make my number one is due to the fact that me wearing fragrances, I love to leave my scent behind. If I'm going into a room or into an elevator or a walkway, and if I step out of that elevator, I'm gone from that walkway, and my scent is still roaming in that area, that's what you call beast. And these, they both can do it. I'm telling you guys, every time I go somewhere wearing either or, and I leave, it leaves that scent behind, and I have people follow me up to my car or up to wherever I'm going just to ask me what am I wearing, due to the fact that I left that scent behind there roaming in that area. That's what I love on a fragrance, and those are what makes my top list. Dior Sauvage does that, and so does Acqua di Gio Profumo. Encounters that as well. So this is my 2017 spring list. I will be shooting another video on the Dylan Blue that I just got. I'll do a review on that one, and I'm also going to do a review on Prada's L'Homme. I just got that one coming in the mail. I'll go ahead and do reviews on each and every one of them. Probably both of them could have made my spring list. I do not have them at the moment, and I wanted to go ahead and do my spring list here while I'm on vacation. So I will update it pretty soon. But subscribe, and I'll let you know how those fragrances smell, how they go. Subscribe to my channel for future videos, and I'll see you soon, guys. Peace.